Now, Cap KVU First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good morning so far. So we are going to be much cooler today than we were yesterday, about 10 or so degrees. Pretty mild conditions, though we do have a chance of some shower activity in Pendleton as we get into the evening hours. And hey, we're still in that last week of winter. The countdown to spring, well, maybe it's already begun, but it is getting shorter and shorter. So have a little bit of cloud coverage, just a thin layer coming into our areas, and the only precipitation on the radar is just a little bit of snow that's already dissipating in the Cascades. So we expect much drier conditions today, but if you are traveling over the Blue Mountain region as we get into our evening hours, we have quite a bit of snow to talk about there. We also have a little bit of shower activity, probably starting around 5 o'clock. Should be very light for the Pendleton area, and then it will move out pretty swiftly. But a little bit of chance of showers there, but do pay attention to how much snow is coming into the upper elevations of the Blues. I-84 was closed last night through the Blue Mountain region briefly. It reopened pretty quickly, but still, we do expect some traveling issues there late tonight into tomorrow morning. So do keep an eye on those conditions as you head out the door, and especially over the Cascades. We expect some snow there tomorrow. So a lot going on. We're still in winter, especially in the mountain areas. So we are much cooler this morning than we were yesterday. Walla Walla, Pendleton, they were in the mid to lower 50s at this time yesterday. We're below the freezing mark for Pendleton. We are right around that freezing mark for most of our areas, say for Yakima and Ellensburg, right in those mid 20s. Just kind of a sign of that we are much cooler than we were yesterday. So about a 10-degree drop for all of our areas. And just to give you some, just to understand that we were in the mid to upper 50s, lower 60s yesterday. Today our areas will be mid to upper 40s, lower 50s. But we get back to our average, or at least near it, as we get to Wednesday and into our next weekend and into our next work week. So warmer temperatures are on the way. So winds have not been a factor today, and we're going to be seeing light winds throughout. We do expect winds, though, to pick back up tomorrow. Maybe not as intense as they were yesterday, 10 to 15 mile per hour for most of our cities tomorrow, but we could see a little higher winds as we get into Pendleton, Walla Walla, and Ellensburg. Of course, we'll keep a close eye on that. But as we get to Thursday, things are going to settle down quite nicely into our weekend. Just enough wind, though, hopefully, to keep our air quality good. 3 days until St. Patrick's Day on a Friday this year. Spring is 6 days away. April Fool's Day is 18 days away. That also means a quarter of our year will be done, more or less, by the time we get to April Fool's Day. My goodness, this year is already going by fast. We're in the mid to upper 40s for Yakima, Toppenish, and Ellensburg. So again, folks, much cooler than we saw yesterday. Lower 50s for the Mid-Columbia, maybe an upper 40 in there. And as we move over to the Blues, we're in the lower 50s, upper 40s. Pretty consistent conditions and temperatures for our areas. So we do warm up for Yakima on Wednesday, then we get to those mid 50s, and we're going to stay right there into our weekend. Overnight lows, though, finally improving. Friday night into our weekend, we're going to be at or above the freezing level. In the Tri-Cities area, mid to upper 50s to lower 60s start on Wednesday. So do get ready for those warmer temperatures. But for your Tuesday ahead, we're going to be cooler. We're going to see some early sunshine, then more clouds, especially for the Mid-Columbia and the Blues, and keep an eye out for that chance of rain in Pendleton tonight.